In this video, I would just be sharing my favorite way to stimulate my scalp. What I have here is peppermint oil. I got this off of Amazon. This is the one that I bought because it has the dropper, but it's just peppermint essential oil. So my hair is freshly washed. I just washed it in the shower and I'm divided it into 2 pieces. I feel the more pieces you have, the easier it is. But for me, I just did 2 pieces this time because I was putting my hair back into 2 braids. So I just section off my hair into different pieces as I go, and then after I got a section that works for me, I then slightly kind of scrape my scalp, like I scratch it but not very rough, just a little bit. But I do this because I found that it works best. I feel it more. It really gets on my scalp and it tingles a lot. So that is why I choose to do that. I also don't dilute my oil or my essential oil. I know when I first started doing this, the first person that I seen on YouTube do it, which was years ago, I don't even know if I could find the video, but she didn't dilute it. She just had like a little bottle of peppermint oil and she would just rub it on her scalp. She wouldn't necessarily use her nails, but she would use her finger pads. But for me, I feel like I feel it the most when I use my nails, but I don't do it aggressively. I just do it enough just so that I can feel the tingle just a little bit more. But I don't dilute the oil. You'll just see me take it straight from the bottle and just put it on my scalp. I don't really do this too often. I do this like once a week or maybe every other week, but I don't do it too much just because when I do this, I don't just feel it for that night. It rolls over into the next day and sometimes even a third day. I can still feel the tingling going on in my scalp. One thing that I do have an issue with is sometimes putting a little bit too much peppermint oil. And that can either cause people to comment on it, which I've had plenty of times, or it can sometimes be a little too intense, and then I have to add an oil on top of that because I either scratch too hard and then I assume that because I didn't feel it right away that I wasn't going to feel it. With this, I don't feel it right away, but as I finish my hair, I slowly start to feel the section that I've already done start to tingle. As I get closer to the front of my hair, you'll notice that I'll start to blink a lot, and it's just the peppermint, the scent of it, or I don't know really how to describe it. It just causes me to blink a lot. Although it's not in my eye, it still affects my eyes. But it doesn't hurt. I can't help but blink a lot. But if you get it in your eye, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and it's not a fun experience. So I would just say be very careful around the eye area. I also just want to put out there that I'm not a professional. I'm not recommending that anybody do this. I'm just sharing what I do for my hair and my scalp. This works for me. I haven't had any scabs or scars or rashes or any sort of real irritation on my scalp from doing this. So it works for me, and so far I haven't had any issues. Now, I'm not suggesting that anybody do this, but if you do this, I just would say keep it away from your eyes. Probably do a patch test before trying it on your whole head, and then if need be, I would dilute it. I've tried this on different people, like my friends and my family, and some of them don't like it because they find it to be a little too intense. So for them, I would probably just dilute it for them the next time around, but I'm not one to do hair, so I'm not going to dilute anything. But when I did try it on them, they found it to be a little too intense. But for me, I like the intensity of the peppermint and the tingling and whatnot. So this is why I do it this way and why I don't dilute my peppermint oil. Also, after doing this, if I put my hair into like a bun or my braids and I pin it up, the slight tension on my hair makes the tingling really noticeable. Whereas if my hair is just kind of down, it's not as noticeable. But if I put just a little bit of tension on my hair, whether it's in a ponytail or the braids being pinned up, I feel it just a little bit more. For the rest of this video, I would just be finishing this side of my hair. I only did one side because I felt like that was all that I needed to do in order to get my point across. But this is just basically what I do. I'll just finish off this side, braid it up, and then pin my hair up. And then just keep it like that for basically the rest of the week. I might refresh it in the middle of the week, but I won't necessarily do the scalp stimulation again. I only do it once a week or once every other week, just so my scalp can have a break and not have that intense feeling going on for too long.